go!
Hey guys, Thresherhead here, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to two different CEXs. First off I'm going to be going to St Edmonds CEX, and then I'm going to Lowestoft CEX, where strangely enough I bought one Gamecube game and one boxed Game Boy Color game from each store, which was really weird. I don't buy Game Boy Color games very often, but I bought one from both of these shops. So I'm really looking forward to showing you the pickups in today's video. And the Gamecube game that I bought from the Lowestoft CEX is the best Gamecube game that I've bought for a really long time. So make sure you stick around till the end to see what that game is. And also in this video at the end, I'm going to be giving you a bit of an update on my Gamecube full set. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe to my channel Retrohead. But without further ado, let's go to St Edmonds CEX. So here I am walking up to St Edmonds CEX, and this is the CEX I've visited quite a few times before and I always really enjoy visiting. The staff are always really helpful, they've always got a great selection. In my opinion, it's just always been a really good CEX. It is also one of the newer ones, only opened a couple of years ago. Actually, one of my early videos on my channel was like a few weeks after this shop actually opened, which was quite cool. But here we are looking through the window. They don't actually display much retro in the window display, it's more behind the glass here as you can see. But as you can see coming up, they have some great stuff in today. So that was St Edmonds CEX, where as I said I picked up one Gamecube game, one boxed Game Boy Color game. But now let's go back to the games room, check out those pickups. So I'm back from St Edmonds CEX. I really enjoy going to that CEX, it's a really good one. And like I said, I have one Game Boy Color game, one Gamecube game to show you from both of these shops, which is just really weird. But the first game is box complete, and that is WWF WrestleMania 2000 on the Game Boy Color. Now, I have never really played a wrestling game on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color, or Game Boy Advance, I don't believe. So, I'm really looking forward to trying this out. I haven't bought this very long ago, so I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried any of these games yet. In fact, the Lowestoft CEX games I only bought earlier today, so I definitely haven't played those yet. But this looks like a really good game, and the box is in pretty good condition, which I'll show you in a minute. So I say this is boxed and complete with the manual, and judging by the gameplay, it looks pretty good for Game Boy Color standards. On the sides, you can see there's a bit of a dent alongside on the box here, but that'll be able to come out absolutely fine. As you can see, this is a pretty good condition box. And for £18, I was really pleased to pick this up. And as I said, I will show you inside as well. The cartridge is still in its original baggie, which is quite nice. I'll take that first. You can see cartridge there and the manual behind it, all in really good condition. So for only £18, which I thought was a pretty good price, I was really pleased to pick this up. If you've played this game, let me know what it's like in the comments down below, but as I said, really look forward to trying this one out. And the next game is the Player's Choice Gamecube game. I've been going for the Gamecube full set for absolutely years now, but I started the Player's Choice set probably about 8 to 10 months ago, getting on for a year ago I would say. But I'm finding it pretty difficult to find them, as quite a lot of people have now started collecting them. But I did find one that I've been hoping to find for quite a while today, and that is Metroid Prime on the Gamecube, on the Player's Choice label, as I said, and this is in really good condition. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the Metroid Prime gameplay, because I've spoke about it a lot on the channel before. I absolutely love this game, one of my favourite Gamecube games. But to be honest, with going for the Gamecube full Player's Choice set, it's a good excuse to pick up these games again. As I said, this is one of my favourite Gamecube games, absolutely amazing, and I only bought this for only £12, and that's with vouchers, and the vouchers don't cost me very much at all. Yeah, I was really pleased to pick this up. As I said, this is complete in box, as you can see inside. Disc is in really good condition. It's also got the manual as well. It hasn't got the VIP points, but I'm not too bothered about that. But the manual is in really good condition, so I was very pleased to see that in there. And like I said, this is just a really good condition, great Gamecube game in the Player's Choice set for only £12 voucher. So I was really excited to pick this one up. But as I said, I'm also going to the Lowestoft CEX today, and they had some pretty good stuff in at the time. Quite a lot of boxed Nintendo. Not too much I was overly after, but I did buy one boxed Nintendo game, but also a very nice Gamecube game to add to the full set. So again, without further ado, let's go to Lowestoft CEX. So here I am walking up to Lowestoft CEX, and they actually had quite a lot of retro in this time. But they don't display it out on their shelves, which is a bit of a shame, so I haven't got much retro footage. But I did take quite a bit of footage of the other shelves, so if there's anything that you'd have picked up, let me know in the comments down below. So that was Lowestoft CEX. Now let's go back to the games room and check out those pickups. So I'm back from Lowestoft CEX and I picked up 2 games that I cannot wait to play. And the first one I'm really excited to try out because I've played the sequel but never played the original on Game Boy Color. And that is Croc on the Game Boy Color, box and complete. As you can see, there's a little bit of sticker residue there, but that'll come off absolutely fine. Like I said, I only bought this earlier, so I haven't actually done it yet. But I bought Croc 2 loose for like £4 from a car boot absolutely years ago. I can't remember how much it was, quite cheap. But I've really wanted to play the original Croc because I've played Croc 2 on the Game Boy Color through to completion and really enjoyed it. I've also played Croc and Croc 2 on the PS1 as well, and they're both really good games. And I love the artwork on the front of this box. As you can see, it's a little bit misshapen, but that'll come out absolutely fine. There's also a little bit of damage to the flap up there. As you can see, it's hanging off there a bit. But I am not bothered about that. I'm not as fussy as other collectors. It will look fine in a box protector. As I said, once that sticker residue is off, it'll look even better. And inside it is complete with the manual, as you can see just here. A really big manual on this one. And also the cartridge, as you can see here. As I said, I'm really looking forward to playing this one. I'm going to leave this out of the box actually, because I'm going to be playing this quite soon. But yeah, I absolutely loved Croc 2 on the Game Boy Color. So to get the original, I'm really intrigued to play this one. Again, if you know anything about this game, do let me know in the comments down below, as it looks really good. And as I said, I just love the box art. I've always been a fan of Croc. I think when I bought that Game Boy Color game, it was probably a good 10 years ago. And I've had that game, been playing it ever since, so to finally get the original feels really good to get it in the collection. And the final pickup today before I do the Gamecube update, and this is a game that I've wanted for so long for the Gamecube set, and I cannot wait to try this one out, and that is Resident Evil 2. Now, I cannot wait to play, so I'm so pleased with this. And adding this to the collection means that I now have every Resident Evil Gamecube game. Also on Player's Choice as well, because the only Resident Evil Player's Choice game we had in this country was Resident Evil 0, and I have that on Black Label and Player's Choice, so really pleased to have this in the collection. I'll show you in a minute. It is a little bit water damaged, but I'm not too worried about it. £50 voucher is a good price for this, so very happy with that. And at the time, I did a huge CEX trade-in of absolutely loads of charity shop and car boot stuff. And I worked out that this £50 Gamecube game cost me just £10.50. Just finding games and Wii games and 360 stuff to trade in, because you do still find that stuff quite often. And finding stuff like that to trade in, this only cost me £10.50, which is absolutely brilliant. As I said, I only bought this earlier today, so I haven't played it yet. But I honestly am so excited to play this. It looks like such a good game. Now, I did used to own this on the PS1, but I actually sold it because I wasn't really into horror games at the time. So I've never actually played this game before, but I'm really looking forward to it. As I said, I've played Resident Evil 3 on the Gamecube, also the original, but never played Resident Evil 2. So this is going to be a really good one to play. Now, if I shine it in the light a little bit, you can see it is a little bit water damaged. But I'm not too worried about that. I'm just really wanting to play this one. Inside, no VIP points, but it is complete with a manual and a good condition disc. So yeah, really, absolutely chuffed to have this in the collection. It's been a long time coming, because every time I see this game, it's either in much worse condition than this, or doesn't have the manual, and this is one that I want to have complete. So very happy to finally put this in the Gamecube set. But now, as I said, I'm going to give you a little update on how the Gamecube full set is going on. So here I have my Gamecube shelves here, and I just wanted to do sort of a little pan along, so I haven't done a Gamecube update for absolutely ages now. Just sort of tell you some of the recent additions and some of the ones that I'd like to add soon. So yeah, just not going to be a too long update or anything like that, just a little pan along. There's only 2 more FIFAs that I need, I believe. It's FIFA Germany World Cup 2006, I think, and also FIFA Street 2, so I'd like to get the FIFAs done at some point. That'd be a good sort of set to tick off the list. Moving on down, there's a couple more Lord of the Rings games that I do need. There's one of my favourite Gamecube games there, as I've said in the video already, Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes there as well, also a very good game. As you can see, the S shelf has got a lot of room to grow, because the S games are always loads of those. Resident Evil games there, with Resident Evil 2 just going on the shelf in a minute, which is going to go just there, which is going to be very, very good. Moving along, we have more games here. Pikmin 2 is such a good game that not enough people talk about on the Gamecube, but I think it's brilliant. Again, with Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, another great game. Moving on down, this is both Simpsons games on the Gamecube, Road Rage and Hit and Run. There's quite a few more Sims games I need, which is good. I'll have to try and pick those up in the future moving forward. I think this is all the Star Wars games, if not nearly all the Star Wars games, but I think that might be all of them. And on down, we're getting towards the end now. If you didn't see my Norwich Gaming Market video, I picked up World Tour, which is a very cheap one, and one that's actually quite common, but I just found it so hard to find a copy of that. Moving on, Beautiful Joe here. This is the yellow box version, which I do really like this yellow box version. I like the Nintendo sticker on it, but I would like to get the pink version as well, because I think they'd look really good on the shelf. Moving along here, we have the Tony Hawk's games, which are absolutely brilliant, obviously. And also the Tiger Woods games, which I think I have all of now. Super Monkey Ball 2, what a great game that is as well. Then moving along down, right near the end, we have Zoo Cube, which is a really good little puzzle game. The X-Men games are absolutely brilliant on the Gamecube, probably X-Men Legends being my favourite. Then I have a few little Gamecube accessories here before we get to the Player's Choice set. As I said, this is probably getting on for a year of collecting the Player's Choice games, and it's so difficult for me to find them. One of the most difficult ones for me to find, for some reason, was FIFA 2003. That was a really difficult one for me to find. But Metroid Prime being in the collection now is really good. And also another one of my favourites, F-Zero GX, which I need to get on Black Label at some point as well, but F-Zero GX is such a great game. But there's some great games here. Obviously, some of the best Gamecube games got a Player's Choice release, which is cool. Along with, obviously, one of my favourite games of all time, Super Mario Sunshine. But yeah, just wanted to do a little Gamecube full set update. Nothing too crazy or too long, but just wanted to tell you some recent additions and some ones that I'm hoping to pick up soon. But now, let's get back to the video. So yeah, that was the update. So let me know, what was your favourite pickup of the day? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!